According to state media, a series of explosions have happened in Kuka City in China's Xinjiang province in the far west of the country. The explosions reportedly happened between 3 and 4 o'clock this morning. Witnesses report seeing flashes of fire, then hearing a series of sporadic gunshots. 2 people have reportedly been killed so far, but that number could rise, and military forces have been deployed to the area. As far as we know, no one has claimed responsibility yet. Now, just last week, 2 men drove a truck into a group of police officers on their morning exercises in Xinjiang province. They threw homemade bombs at them and began stabbing them. 16 police officers were killed and 16 more were injured. Now, Xinjiang province has a long history of tension. It's a very restive region. A lot of Muslim people live there who are also known as Uyghurs, and they've long waged a separatist campaign against Chinese rule. Now, China has repeatedly warned about terror threats from this area, and of course Xinjiang is miles away from Beijing, but this is certainly the last thing China wants to see 2 days after the opening of the Olympic Games. Aisha?
Indeed, Emily, it is indeed the last thing China and indeed all those visitors want to hear about. How have they responded there in Beijing to this report?
Well, China has long warned that terrorism is the biggest threat to these Olympic Games. One official recently saying that a safe Games would be the biggest measure of success. They've deployed 100,000 armed police officers across Beijing alone. There are also 500,000 government spotters to keep an eye out and report anything suspicious. You'll see them standing on street corners across the city. There are also multiple checkpoints. Now, critics have long doubted whether this terror threat is as big as China seems to think it is, but certainly the events of the past week indicate that this threat is real and potentially very dangerous, and you can bet that Chinese officials will be doing their best to see exactly what happened in Xinjiang province this morning.